Hello, this is Susan Ashley. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm out in the woods, a place that I really like to be. And I just wanted to have a little chat about the changing world that's going on at the moment. And it feels a bit scary to some of us, because all the constructs of what we're used to are crumbling. And is that a bad thing or is it a good thing? It really depends on how you look at it, right? So if you're really stuck in the old paradigm, you're going to be afraid and feel that it's a bad thing. But if you're really keen to move forward and open up into a new world, then you'll be happy, even though it may feel like the new hasn't arrived yet. So it's like the whole planet, all of us are in some sort of void. Now, the void is an interesting place because the void is the point of creation. It's the starting point. So perhaps it's the starting point of us co-creating what we choose to create, that we draw to ourselves those people, societies, divas, spirits that want to co-create in the same context as us. And this is a nice place to be, isn't it? It's a really nice place to be. So I've been thinking about that quite a bit lately because some days, you want to go out, but it feels overwhelming at what everybody's feeling. I feel overwhelmed at what everyone's feeling, and I'm sure all of you do too. And I have to really define what's mine and what belongs to someone else. And I have to keep reminding myself of that so that I don't go into fear. It's very easy to go into fear at the moment. And Spirit keeps saying to me, Susan, breathe, breathe. Concentrate on the sort of world that you want to create. And everyone's vying for our attention. Everyone's vying for our energy so that we create what they want. So it's important for you to take time every day to sit, take a breath, close your eyes, and think about what it is that you truly, truly desire, or how you would like your life to be. What sort of world do you want to live in? What sort of world do you want to grow old in? What sort of people do you want to gather around you to support you in these tumultuous times? This is the important thing. And the other thing I've been thinking about is sometimes when we reach the darkest hour, we call out to that mighty power of God, the universe, whatever you'd like to call it. It's only when we are on our knees that we really call out to that. And unfortunately, some people are turning to religion as a vehicle for that. And I'm saying you don't need that. Everything that you need is within you. And sure, you can co-create with others, meditate with others, heal with others. That empowers everything, as long as you can remove yourself from that and be independent. Its interdependence is a really interesting thing because it means that I can go in and co-create with others, but I can also come out and be myself. I maintain myself the whole way through. I don't have to be something I'm not, which is codependent. I don't have to represent myself as something I'm not. And that's a really important factor, especially for us, free spirits. We don't need religion, and that's going to be a really big thing, is discovering that religion is as much as an enslavement as everything else. So when I say, religion, people say, oh God, she doesn't believe in God. No. I do believe in God. I believe in spirit. I believe in earth, elementals, divas. I see them. So either that or I'm mad, right? So I believe in them. I bear witness to them. The same with starseeds, what you call alien beings. I call them starseeds. I've had conversations. I've met them in person, in the physical. So I can't say that they don't exist. I've had my own challenges around that. So I'm very aware that they exist. So therefore, what I'm suggesting is that God resides in my heart, in my own knowing, and all of God's universal truths, laws and knowledge resides in me. It's a part of me. It's a part of you. You don't need a priest, an imam, a monk or a rabbi to tell you that. You know it. What you're searching for when you go into religion is sometimes confirmation, but also connection to people that think along the same lines as you. You're looking for community. You're looking for protection. Many of us that have had past lives in these religions chose to do so that we didn't have to kill, especially men. Right? Men would often choose to go into a religious order so they didn't have to be part of an army, so they didn't have to kill. Some went for protection, some went for reliability, so that they didn't feel so poor because the church or the religion provided for them. So there's different reasons why we've experienced religion. And it's not always as a connection to God. And those that are screaming at us, at the moment there's a lot of these, God's mighty hand is going to come down and do this and do that, and, God's going to save us all. Yeah, the God force can save us all if we embrace it in our hearts as being part of us, which means that we then take on universal laws, truth and knowledge. And those truths are a lot of what we know, the precepts, the commandments: don't kill, don't steal, don't covet, don't be jealous or envious, don't lie. They're very basic. So if we followed those, we wouldn't have war, we wouldn't have problems, right? So some people follow religion because it means they have to hold themselves to those laws, but they don't, because guess what? Religion forgives them. And then they go do it again on Monday. That's very sad, isn't it? So if you really were connected to God, if you really were connected to Spirit, you would, within yourself, have a knowing of those universal laws. And you would come under them. You would choose to be part of them, to react from them, to respond to them, to give them a place in your world. We don't need courts. We don't need police, actually. It's kind of interesting what's been going on. We don't need them. Okay, so whilst we have evil on the planet and people who don't come under those laws, we do require them. But in essence, we shouldn't require them, because if we all chose to listen to our hearts, we wouldn't do the things that the law needs to come in and punish us for, right? We wouldn't do it. So religion's a very interesting thing at the moment, and it seems to be growing in some ways because people are searching. They're searching for connection. They want to understand, because why? The issue I have with it, it's all outside of the self. It's not inside the self. We have to sit still and go within. Listen to your own knowing. When people say listen to your heart, what they mean by that is listen to your own spiritual knowing. The heart is the seat of the soul in a way. Listen to your own inner knowing, and that will guide you. Spiritual warfare, which we all crave at the moment because we do feel afraid and insecure, is prayer, meditation, silence. That's what spiritual warfare is. It's not going out with a sword and killing people. It's not my God is stronger than yours, therefore all of you are going to die because my God's better and my God's going to shake the earth and all this rubbish. It's not that. God doesn't want to hurt people. It's our consciousness, our co-creative consciousness that hurts people. It's the hand that's holding the sword or the gun that hurts people, not God. And those that choose to go to war for that are not choosing to go to war for God. They're choosing to go to war for their own selfish reasons, for their own power, for their own bloodlust, whatever it may be, their hate. It's got nothing to do with God. And it's nice to meet in community. That's why people go to churches, to synagogues, to mosques, to temples. We go because we want to commune with others. And if you're choosing to go to them, don't forget to commune to God on your own. Don't give your power to the religion and to the man telling you that he's the only one that can tell you what God's laws are, because God's laws reside within each and every one of us. In the birds, the trees, the grass, everything. And they're very simple. They're not complicated. When something's been made complicated, it's set up to confuse you. Anyway, I just wanted to speak to religion, to what's going on at the moment. Don't be afraid. It is a battle between dark and light. And your sword is your truth. The warfare is your ability to be still. Because we all create reality. And if you are agitated, if you are in doubt, if you are in fear, if you are in hate, any of those things, then it will continue to exist on the planet, and it will show itself in your life again and again and again until you choose God. So that's what I wanted to say today. Please join me and a beautiful group of people on Saturdays to meditate together as a collective. It's very simple. You go to my website, lovelightandtruth.com, scroll down the homepage to Ignite the Light and click on the link at the time it's scheduled, which is 9 a.m. every Saturday, Paris time. I'm sending you lots of love. Bye for now.